Hello, my name is Jennie Hinchcliff, and I'm the Exhibitions and Events Manager at the San Francisco Center for the Book. I'd like to take a moment to welcome you to our exhibition, Rising Together. In a minute, I'll take you into our gallery, where we'll view the exhibition Rising Together, which is co-sponsored by CBAA, the College Book Arts Association. First of all, I'd like to tell you a little bit about the San Francisco Center for the Book. We were founded in 1996 by Mary Austin and Kathleen Birch, and this year we'll be celebrating our 25th anniversary. Now we'll go ahead and I'll take you into our gallery and we can visit Rising Together. Let's go! So as you can see, we have the exhibit installed here in the space. This exhibit has actually been traveling for the last 4 years. And as I mentioned previously, Rising Together was organized by the College Book Art Association, CBAA. All of the work in the show is politically minded, social justice related, very timely work. And as we go through and discuss some of the work, you'll see recurring themes that, 4 years on after the show has traveled, are still with us. And as artists, we're still working with the ideas and the concepts. So, if you come a little closer into the gallery, what you'll see is that much of the work revolves around the ideas of politics, the ideas of climate change, issues like immigration, discrimination, and racism. The show, as I mentioned, has been traveling for approximately 4 years. And we are the final stop here in San Francisco for the exhibit. There are over 30 artists represented. Many of the pieces have traveled with this show, although all of the work originated with the original show, which took place at the Center for Book Arts in New York. That was the first venue and the first stop. So, the first work that I would like to talk to you guys about is over here. And we can sort of take a nice little walk and view some of the other works. We have Better Presidents here by Amanda de Amico. We have Trump Tweets Country Baloney by Michael Henninger. We have Paper Boats, a book about immigration and sense of place and the loss of sense of place by Lyle Harris and Patricia Silva. Ellen Knudson's Eternal Springs, which is a really excellent tunnel book. But one of the works I would like to talk about is Urgent by Cheryl O-Ring. And this work was made in 2018. And one of the things that I particularly like about it, there are many things that I love about this project. One of the things that I like about it is that it looks like this dossier, it's letterpress printed, and you open it up, and you immediately get this sense of kind of a bureaucracy or sort of bureaucratic forms. We have these nice, typewritten, hand-stamped messages, photos of the individuals who have typed these letters. And so the backstory, the concept behind this project is that Cheryl set up a almost like a portable office of sorts. And so she would go to public venues and spaces. She would set up a typewriter, and she would invite people to type their thoughts to the president. At that point in time, it was 2017. You can see some of these missives are dated. And so what you have is this amazing timeline and this amazing document of people's responses and reactions to the president, to Donald Trump at the time. So this was within Trump's first year of office. And so, you know, reading through these typed letters, you get a real sense of not only the anger, but also, you know, the fear that people are feeling. You know, but then also a sense of, for example, right here, July 22nd, 2017, "Dear Mr. Cheeto Face, we are the new revolution. We'll smoke your ass, and we'll take over. You just wait." "Dear Mr. President, I would like you to amplify the voices that are not your own. Sincerely, AC in Richmond, Virginia. March 25th, 2017. So I love the public engagement aspect of this project, and I think that, again, the structure really carries through this idea that it is a documented dossier. So, urgent, Missives from the People by Cheryl O-Ring. One of my other favorite parts of the exhibit are these zines that we have right here. So part of Rising Together, an important part of the exhibition was that there also be a related zine archive. And CBAA members were invited to contribute zines, and then these zines will go into an archive that can be publicly viewed going forward in the future. So these are all, we often call them one-sheet wonder books. So, you know, they're made from a single sheet of paper. A lot of us know this structure. Okay. But what's nice about, you know, these particular zines is that they're very portable, they're very tactile, and they're direct messages from the makers, the people who made them. So we've got pattern recognition, which has this really nice cover. It's bound into this really heavy kind of embossed paper. We have Dish, which is beautiful. I love this illustration. This is by Matt Runkle. What is a conspiracy theory? It's a fear-based narrative of sinister collusion between powerful individuals and or entities normally portrayed by mainstream discourses as discrete. Really nice pop-up in the middle. We can also talk about, I'd like to talk about Laura Russell's Anything Helps, because I think this is a really important and also wonderful book. You can see we have some exhibition sort of situation going on here. So the book came to us like this, ready for display. You can see it's a University of Michigan wallet, which you then open up, and you get the title, Anything Helps. And so these are really powerful images and powerful signs as well. And the idea behind this project, which Laura writes about, here in the additional pages, she interviewed unhomed people, unhoused folks that she would see every day in her city, in her town, in her travels. And she would strike up conversations with them and get to know them and ask them about their signs. And so that led to a bigger project of this artist's book. And so this project was actually 3 years in the making. And what I think is a great use of this wallet is that the text pages of this book actually slot into the sections of the wallet. And the last project I'd like to talk to you guys about is the 50 Postcard Project by Melanie Mowinski. And you can see that right over here. And so this particular project was started in 2017. I have the first postcard here. I've pulled this out to show you guys. The 4 freedoms: freedom of speech, of worship, freedom from want, and freedom from fear. And this was the very first postcard that Melanie printed in this project. And she printed this, I can just, this was the very first project. She printed this on week 1, January 20th, 2017. So this postcard was printed on Inauguration Day, the Inauguration Day of Donald Trump. And from there, she realized that she wanted to do a much bigger project, a project that spanned 50 weeks. And so for the next year, she printed 1 postcard each week. They were limited edition, 100, and people could fund her Kickstarter project at varying levels to either receive a complete set or a single postcard. And so what you see here laid out is a percentage of the postcards. She mailed to not only the Kickstarter funders, but also additional politicians, the president at the time himself, Donald Trump, other congresspeople, and basically the guiding principle was that you know, the truth is important, our democracy is important, and that, you know, both truth and justice, that we should be doing what's right, and, you know, that equality should be given to everyone. So the project, as you can see, one of the things I like about this particular project, I love that it's, you know, publicly funded. It was funded by a Kickstarter project. I love that it's the postcard format, which I think is a very democratic format. Postcards are very accessible. They're very easy to make and send. You know, there are there are no secrets on a postcard. You know, you see both sides pretty immediately. One of the other things I love about this project is how bright and how dynamic and vibrant it is. Some of the sentiments expressed on the cards can be really heavy, but I think that Melanie did an excellent job of not only firmly stating beliefs that are important to all of us, but also in such a way that, you know, it's still very accessible. It's very positive in a way. So I think this is a really excellent project, and it's one of my favorites. I love it. So that being said, that's a quick sort of overview of the exhibition, Rising Together.
Again, we're really excited and really happy to be able to host this exhibit at the San Francisco Center for the Book. We're looking forward to sharing the exhibit not only with attendees of the Bristol Artist Book Expo, but also the public when we can. So thank you for taking the time to share the show with us, and I look forward to sharing future exhibitions with you.